Peace and love, everyone. See it right, the Matrix on the track.
Peace and love, everyone.
I'm about to hit you with a dual chapter on the fake spiritual awakening that happened in the past 10 years. I call it the CIA-induced spiritual awakening. So sit back and enjoy it. And don't shoot the messenger. Chapter 1. Let's go! It was a fake awakening, the sleep state, tuned into a dream state, mind deep, fake, created by guys, the seek, hey, programming your thoughts, G-O-O-E, brains bait, awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take, don't get caught in the deep dream state, wake up your mind that the CIA makes. The CIA has created a dream state, chemically, physically, emotionally induced deep state, programmed through experiments and psychological influence that we take. TV, movies, news, sports, entertainment, it's all been done since way back in the day. This information ain't nothing to play with. This is the triangle people talk about, the hidden hand. Secrets to man, new and old, secrets they hold. Old men, keys to the soul, young and old, the rest don't know. They call it the Illuminati. They want your mind, soul and body, ancient symbolism, ancient wisdom, archetype of control, esoteric psychology. They get them written from the scroll, nobody knows, let the truth be told. You ain't awake yet, well I'm here to let y'all know. It was a fake awakening, the sleep state, tuned into a dream state, mind deep, fake, created by guys to seek, programming your thoughts, GMOE, brains bake, awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take. Don't get caught in a deep dream state. Wake up your mind that the CIA makes. They want your mind, they done this a long time. You need to come to the conclusion, it's all an illusion. Total mind, confusion, soul trap, brain contusion. Hollywood, one of the biggest mind influence machines on earth. Trapping you from the beginning, from the womb to the birth. Take your words, this is the triangle people talk about. And when you know and understand it, the truth comes out. From Manny P. Hall to Timothy Leary and Joseph Campbell. Dark rooms, synagogues, tunnels to command you. Liquid candle, dark eyes staring at you. Satanic rituals, spiritual visuals. Demonic entities, energies, individuals. Snatching your soul with symbols and sigils. This is ancient knowledge, hidden powers. They know the symbols, they watching you through cosmic principles. Archetypes and propaganda, look at the screens, they trap you. What if I told you your awakening was created, manipulated, and manufactured? I ain't mad at you. It was a fake awakening, the sleep state, tuned into a dream state, mind deep, fake, created by guys that seek hate, programming your thoughts, GMOE, brains big, awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take. Don't get caught in the deep dream state. Wake up your mind that the CIA makes. Yeah. Write the major purpose. Let's go. CIA created hell. Yeah.
Millions of dollars would be spent on LSD research at universities throughout the country, and word would begin to spread on campus about this so-called mind-blowing drug. And suddenly, there was the counterculture of the 60s.
I give the CIA a total credit for sponsoring and initiating the entire consciousness movement, counterculture events of the 1960s.
Dr. Timothy Leary, the 1960s Johnny Appleseed of LSD.
The CIA funded and supported and encouraged hundreds of young psychiatrists to experiment with this drug. The fallout from that was that the young psychologists began taking it themselves, discovering that it was an intelligence-enhancing, consciousness-raising experience.
I know that some of the studies in which the CIA had supported used as subjects people who later became strong proselytizers of LSD. So, in that sense, yes, I think it did sustain the perpetuation of the use of the drug. And it's rather ironic, isn't it,
The counter case that I would make in relationship to that is to remember that the people who were doing the research were people who would be doing the research regardless of who was the sponsor. I don't think anybody working in that time in the remotest ever thought that it would blow up into the kind of thing that it did.
Chapter 2. It was a fake awakening. The sleep state, tuned into a dream state, mind deep fake, created by guys at CK. Programming your thoughts, GMO, weed, brains bake. Awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take. Don't get caught in the deep dream state. Wake up your mind that the CIA makes. As we go deep in this rabbit hole, there's some things you need to understand and deeply have to know. This is old, it's used with a combination of psychedelics, GMO food, synthetic medicines, and mass media mind control that they control you and mold you into creatures that you don't even know. Lose your soul, lose control. Directors of the show or the spirit of the human beings that they control. NPCs, that energy manipulation. This creates mental imprisonment and soul confinement across the nations. The CIA has a job and it's to control human behavior and intelligence. Unthoughtfulness and forgetfulness. It's an agency that gets paid for you to see total confusion. Keep living in an illusion. Burn your constitution. Central nervous system, brain fogging and dementia. A whole generation manufactured distractions equals no revolution. No shooting, this was his purpose, at least not nervous. They know they made you worthless, mind brain waves below the surface. Delta waves channel through inner workings, from alpha waves to the beta waves. They twisted your minds, dead in a maze, stuck in phase. They got you play. Yeah, it was a fake awakening. The sleep state, tune into a dream state, mind deep fake, created by guys at CK. Programming your thoughts, GMO, weed, brains bake. Awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take. Don't get caught in a deep dream state. Wake up your mind that the CIA makes. Through music, movies, TV, and social media, they create an emotionally charged reactions. This makes it easy to steer socially and politically charged actions. All distractions, the government knows and understands. Rebellious would be in a critical pattern before they map this. Political movements created by critical solutions. Easily moving, easy to provoke, but they know they will never revolt. I look at political movements as a complete joke. Understanding at the top, they already choke, infiltrated and manipulated. CIA ops already contemplated. You need to wake up and understand that the hidden hand of a man hides like footprints in the sand. It gets washed away, but then molded again with the other hands. Your spiritual waking is fake, it's CIA induced. Spiritual healing, the mind liberated feeling. Flat earth, round earth, dome ceiling. It's all fake and propagated and manipulated. Truth, movement, heavy manipulated. It was a fake awakening. The sleep state, tune into a dream state, mind deep fake, created by guys at CK. Programming your thoughts, GMO, weed, brains bake. Awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take. Don't get caught in a deep dream state. Wake up your mind at the CIA makes. Yeah, right, the Matrix has been through it all. Through crystals, meditation, that crystal ball of predictions. Numerology, astrology, ancient traditions. All these things were used and abused. Manly P. Hall taught us about its use. Bringing Eastern teachings to the Western modern world would open up a door of darkness, unpearled. Mental telepathy, I hope y'all understand where I'm getting, you see. Most people are still plugged into the Matrix, believing and dreaming, thinking they're awake to some new unfounded meanings. Esoteric teachers, it's the spiritual healing, the spiritual feeling. Yeah, you need to understand that many of these practices will open you up. Fake love, cause the hidden hand wants to place inside you no love. Demonic dimensions, astral projections, yoga and mind, altered perceptions. Open your spirit up for demonic possessions. Open tensions so you had eyes to see. You would understand, these are negative dark entities. You need to fight, spread light, get them gone. That's all I got for this deep song. Understand the enlightenment, that yeah right, the Matrix is on. Detached from these attachments, they were all created by the CIA factions. It was a fake awakening, the sleep state. Tune into a dream state, mind deep fake, created by guys that seek hate. Programming your thoughts, GMO, weed, brain bake. Awaken for real and enlighten yourself, don't let them soul take. Don't get caught in a deep dream state. Wake up your mind at the CIA. Much love everybody, yeah, right, the Matrix out. I hope you can understand what's happening. CIA mind control, big faction. Fake awakening.
What's up, everybody? Back with another video. Sorry, the first stream, I tried to do it on YouTube, but I don't know, it just streams at such a high rate that I don't know. When it just doesn't hold. I don't know, just it doesn't never work for me. So let me know if y'all can hear me and if it's clear or it's breaking up because I might have to switch. So let me know. What's good? Space Monkey, Cuds, Fakest Mike, Little Lau, and anybody else is up on here. Um, Let me know if y'all can hear me clear. Good. Okay. Can hear me clear. All right, that's good. I see the microphone moving in the little thumbnail there. So, all right. So yeah, back with another video. 2 in 1 day. That is. It's been a long time, you know. And you know what actually sparked me kind of to do this video. Earlier, I got an alert on the Facebook does like a yearly memory shit, and it was like from 5 years ago, 4 years ago. It seemed like way longer than that, but whatever. I don't think it was 4, but I guess it was 4. But of a video that I had posted, and it was about the convoy, and I actually watched it. You know, I forgot I even went to that. I was at the convoy for 3 days. How the hell can I forget that? That just goes to show you I done did so much shit in my life that I be forgetting I did stuff. And I spent 3 days at the trucker convoy. And I tell you, it was one of the most beautifulest things that I've done. Ironically, the most beautiful shit I've done were like in times where society ain't really doing that good. I've always been attracted to disasters and like mayhem because it brings out a different human being that you don't see. So I've always been into that. Helping people and stuff like that. So I watched the video and I forgot. I made it. It was like 12 minutes long, and I watched it. And it was like, dang, man. And I'm watching the video, and back then, this was like 2021 or 2022 or what? I think 2022. And I'm looking at all the flags, all the American flags, and the American like liberty, freedom, country. You didn't see all this cult Trump fucking mentality shit. And I started going looking at old videos from when I was actually there because I got tons of video. And I'm like, damn, yo, what's good, Shaman Macaw? My brother from another money right there. It's my other spirit brother right here. That's like really, 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 like that's been my one of my spirit guides for a long time, man. So yeah, shout out to my brother Shaman Macaw. But so I'm like watching the videos from the trucker convoy, and I'm like, damn, all I saw was red, white, and blue American flags, and it's people that liked Trump, but they weren't like a cult. They weren't like psychotic with it. They just like, okay, yeah, I like it. It wasn't like it is now. And I was like, wow, like look at how it's changed. I mean, there was everything was American flags. You didn't see all the Trump shit. You didn't see it. Even when I was there, I remember you didn't see a lot of like that Trump like craziness, the MAGA shit. You didn't see that. And it goes to show you like, man, what they did. And keep in mind, this is after he was already president. And now Biden was in the fucking office, So, I remember that, Ted Cruz came down there. I remember I told them about, I mean, this shit made national news. I told them about the one guy who came there. I'm like, yo, that dude, I'm like, listen, man. I'm like, that dude right there, he's one of those liberals. And that dude is no good. I don't know why he here, but hey, I mean, anybody can come, but that dude he's an agitator. Sure enough, man, the one dude, he had a gun. He had a gun and he was like acting weird, and other people were packing guns, but he was out. They kicked him out, and then the dude came back with another dude with a gun. I mean, it was wild shit, man. The police were there. Yeah, the FBI was there. It was everything was there. It was a really, really, really good time, man. And then driving around DC in a big rig, doing laps around DC with like fucking two, 300 tractor trailers and RVs and motorhomes and cars and everything. I mean, it was a beautiful time, man. You know, but I look back now and I'm like, dang, man, look at the people were just about freedom. And I remember being there. It was all kind. It was Democrats there, conservative, all kind of whatever political ideology you had, white, black, country, city, they were all there. You know, I'll never forget that, man. You know, so that was like 4 years ago today, to be exact. And I was like, dang. I was like, look at the rhetoric. There's no freaking like Trump cult shit, that cult mentality shit, like, you know. So yeah, I just, it kind of sparked me to do another video today, amongst other things, Um, I already talked enough of the shit earlier, but I want to kind of go into a little deeper tonight, so that's why I made this right here. Y'all ever seen this movie? I mean, pretty much everybody had, but it's, the never ending story. And, that's what I feel like we in, man. Like, we're in the never ending story that is coming to an end but a different end, right? And, I use me as Altreyu, right? And I'm on the white horse, and, and this is the part where he was in the nothing, right? So, if you guys remember the movie, it was a really dope movie. It was like one of my favorite movies growing up of all time. But it was about the nothing, and all it was um uh creativity. Like, remember in the book, like the story was, the creativity was the only thing that could stop the nothing, was human imagination, belief, you know, just your ability to think. And, that was the only thing that could stop the nothing. Because, it's actually symbolic, a really symbolic movie. So let me switch back over to the comments. And a really symbolic movie on many different levels, but I wanted to focus on the nothing, right? Because that really, explains where we're kind of at right now, It really, and its deeper meaning, a lot of people didn't catch the deeper meaning of the nothing was about control, you know? It was about control. Because when they strip you of your imagination, your creativity, the culture, I mean, you give people giving up on dreams and possibilities, you know, you give all of that, you're easier to control, man. You know? You're easier to control. So, you know, because I mean, in the movie, right? It had it as a monster, but then the monster disappeared, and it was like the black clouds, and that was just the imagination, and that was, obviously that was demons seeking to steal the imagination, right? And y'all remember the land, like, it disappeared, and the creatures vanished, and then the shit just started to stop existing, right? And then it was going to eat it all up until it was not, everything was gone. Actually, really, really a really good movie, man. Yeah, this is kind of like wise. This is like wise. This is like wise stuff right here, So, and then like the nothing. It was just, all it was when they were in the nothing. That's why they had the white horse, and they got to that part. It was like quiet, dark, muddy, and they would get stuck. What the stuck was like, they were getting stuck in their thoughts, And by them being stuck in their thoughts, and they couldn't do anything, and it kind of like they couldn't get out of it, and that was because it was just all everything was just collapsing and dissolving, you know. So, and it was about, um, when you lose hope, you become easier to control, and that's what we are at now. Like I don't have no hope. I'm not a hopeism, but what they're doing to the regular people, right, is taking their hope away. All right, taking their hope, taking their dreams, taking their creativity away, their futures away, uncertainty. And you ask the average person, you even ask me, the future is very uncertain, right? But you don't take I don't want to say hope. You don't take my hopes away because I'm like, yo, this is the never ending story. This shit needs to be the nothing. Like it needs to be dissolved and recreated. And it has to go, man. Because when you look at it, look what they've done to schools. Let me just make sure y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Give me a thumbs up or something. I know it's delayed, but okay, I'm good. All right. Thank you. So, they have already been stripping creativity away in schools, right? Getting rid of art class, music classes, especially in the inner cities. And I don't know if Shaman Bakan's here, but he knows a lot about the inner city, the inner city with the kids and the schooling and all that other stuff. So, like they got rid of that shit when we were young. Got rid of art. Why they get rid of art? Because they want to take that away, right? Because they had other indoctrinations in store for, to programmers. So they took away that. They took away music. They took away other little things here and there, like home economics and like just little stuff that kind of make you think. And then, they give us dumb math, right? Math that dumbs you down. They put the, X, Y and the numbers and all that shit and mix you up. There's reasons why they do that. I've made videos on that before on how the math reconfigured the brain to think a certain way so they can easily control it. And we already know, me and actually my brother Sean McCow was talking about this the other day. We were talking about how, the Rockefellers created the indoctrination system, which we already know. Most of us already know they did. So knowing that, if they gave us this math, which was meaningless in life, I don't care what anybody says. There was math that was given us that was meaningless, that didn't even make no sense. Because you could even take like religion. I mean, not really the Bible, but I remember, studying the Quran, right? They talked about, nothing can be taken away. Once it's created, nothing can be taken away. And what they teach us in school? Oh, if you have 3 sticks, you take away 2 sticks, you have 1 stick. Now that's dumb. Because no, you took away 3 sticks. So whatever, there's 3 sticks there. Okay, you have to ask yourself, did you put them there or are they already there? Okay, because if you put 3 sticks there and then you took 2 sticks away and there's still 1 stick there, it don't matter what the hell you say, you still got 3 sticks. Now, they didn't teach us about using all these different aspects of the brain when it comes to math, because you got to weigh it. That's the true way of problem solving. They didn't teach us this. And you learn this in divine mathematics. They didn't teach us this shit. They didn't teach us real math, right? You got to go to like an Ivy League school or something, or you got to be chosen as one of them. And then if they see something they like, they're going to put you over here like, okay, we're working on this thing called a smartphone here. We want you to, help be a part of our development team. We already got this technology because it's ancient technology. You're just very intelligent, and we're gonna let you in on it. And boom, next thing you know, they're like a part of the company, fucking billionaire, gazillionaire, whatever. Because everything they taught us, look, we can't go create a goddamn cell phone. When you look at a cell phone and the amount of technology that's involved in that little ass thing, I mean, it's simply unimaginable. Like it truly is unimaginable. Unimaginable. Let me take this off. That way I can see if I'm being cut off or not. So it's simply unimaginable, like a cell phone, a computer, right? A screen, a TV. Even a TV is unbelievable when you look at the technology. All right. You look at, okay, I could be on your TV. You could be watching me on your TV right now. Like I'm literally, I'm riding down the highway, right? You could be way in another part of the world, like the UK, like some of y'all from the UK and Australia, and y'all literally could have me in your living room. That technology is amazing. They don't tell us how it's made, how to create it, right? They don't tell us that. They wouldn't dare. You ever seen anybody just, I'm gonna make a cell phone? I never seen a do-it-yourselfer, a man creating a damn cell phone. Like, I mean, come on, man, like that's really wild technology, right? But anyways, I didn't mean to go off in that, right? So, you got this math, right? That reconfigured our brains to think a certain way, right? Like I told you. You have two marbles, right? You got two marbles. Boom, that's the problem solving. You got two marbles minus one marble equals one marble. No, it does not. That's how they train us to think, which is so stupid. It's dumb because how are you going to have two marbles, right? And I get it. Okay, you took away one, you got one left. I get it. But that works for the system that they want us to work into and operate for them, not realizing, but that's not, there's no logic in that because if you got two marbles, you still got two marbles. Then you got to say, where the marbles come from? Who created the marbles? And where'd you put the marbles? Because if you took two marbles away, they're somewhere else, right? And I get to be like, oh, that's just thinking too much. That's stupid. That's not. And I've told the people this shit, they just can't grasp and understand what I'm talking about, right? They just can't. You got 10 fucking fingers, right? You got 10 fingers. Okay, take away 5. All right, well, you got 5 on the other hand, and you still got the same 5 on the other hand. So you didn't take anything away. You put the fingers down, right? But this is how they taught us to think because they don't want us to understand the universe. They don't want us to stand creation, right? Something's created, all right, in the physical reality, right? And this is where math counters with spirituality in a sense. That's why they say, oh, math is the universe. Everything in the universe is made up of numbers. No, it's not. That's some man-created shit. It's not. You could say it is, but it's truly not because it's not mathematics. What the fuck? Man created mathematics. What are you talking about? All right? It's a created sequence of, they're like, the Fibonacci sequence. That's not math, all right? It's not math. I don't care what you say. It's not math, all right? It's a sequence, all right? There's a flow in nature, right? They're not going to teach us that because they teach us that shit. We going to figure out how to create free energy. We'll figure out how to draw water right out the goddamn fucking air, right? How to draw. All the elements are right in the air. We could draw fire from the air, water from the air. Obviously, air from, air is the air, but right? You can draw all these elements from the goddamn air. You could extract air, right? Water from the air, electricity from the air, which is fire, all right? Think about that. I mean, it's crazy, man. You know, they're not going to teach us real math, not real math, but real understandings, you know? Because you got to understand, okay, man, I mean, what they used to use before numbers? Well, they use fucking sticks. They use uh, the abacus system, and they use, like, you know, the slashes and twigs and all that other crazy stuff, right? And then they use that other thing, I forgot what they call it. You know, the Masons still use it as a ritual. I forgot what it's called, but it's like some kind of measurement thing, you know? But anyways, you know, math taught us, reconfigured our brains to think a certain way. And another thing they did is they used English, right? They used English language, and they also taught us to read the wrong way. That's why we're we're actually we're not intelligent. And the intelligent people in the English language are actually not intelligent either. Okay? They're only intelligent according to the English language, which they created because it's the universal language that controls this realm, society of commerce, of control, of law, international law. It's English. It's all English. That's why all these countries were duped. All the countries were duped into these contracts. You're doing contracts, it's in English. Yeah, you got to get an interpreter, break that shit down, but our shit is going to be signed in English, they're going to tell you. You got to get it translated to English. They do that on purpose because they don't understand the English language, and they can talk them, get these people, yeah, talk about it. Well, what am I signing here? Oh, yeah, okay, it sounds like good. That they sign the shit up, and they realize they don't sign the goddamn country away, sign their resources away. You know, I mean, this is real. I mean, English language, you know, we always, oh, it's a slave language. Yeah, it's deeper than that, guys. All right. So that language is the universal language of the world. All right. And what? They taught you, you had to go to the English schools, right, to get that super high education. So people that come from other cultures, right, like you go Egypt, you go Saudi Arabia, right? Libya. You go into these countries like in the Middle East, you go into these ancient countries who had a wealth of knowledge, right? What do you mean they got to turn their understanding into English, right? I mean, they do teach them Old English, which is more intelligent than what we're taught, right? But anyways, Chinese, same thing. Like they got to learn. That was the thing. Oh, go to America. You got to learn English and, you know, get it, you know, go to school. And yeah, it's all in English to work in the England system, right? The English system. You become intelligent. You could become this and you could be successful here. Yeah, but they got to forget about their culture, their knowledge, their information, their history. They got to sell themselves out to come over here because that's how they were told and taught. Like, oh, the American dream, this is the way here. Meanwhile, the shit that they would understand is way more advanced, way more knowledgeable. But you got to remember, well, when you got a system of control, hey, they calling the shots, you know? Oh, they're going to be a doctor and the medicine and, you know, biologist and all that. Yeah, in English. And look where it got us, to the sickest society on the planet. And then these creatures around America, right? These U.S. citizens, creatures, right? And I was trying to be a little nice. I did see, you know, but I was disappointed when I actually watched that video from 4 years ago, seeing how beautiful it was, and like everybody had a flag. It was about freedom and we the people and the Constitution, and it turned into Trump world, fucking Trump world. You know, they always say, you know, they'll tell me I got TDS, Trump deranged syndrome. No, that's what they got. They're diagnosed themselves and try to call other people what they are and their cult. I mean, it's truly sick. I talked about earlier. It's pretty fucking disgusting, man. Like I'm disgusted with the people, with we the people. I'm disgusted. You know, it is what it is. Y'all know I've been talking like this for many years, any fucking way. I came out of it trying to be nice. All right, but I quickly had to revert right back. Nah, destroy this shit. It's done. It's over. Pull the fucking plug, like True Fire says. We've been waiting for this shit. The Wolfpack been waiting. Get it done, over with. Who cares? Get it done. Hurry up. You know, I know I'm not going to be with my greatest truthers with an AR-15 talking about something. We're going to take it back. We're going to get rid of them. We're going to get rid of the pedos and the psychopaths with our AR-15s. No, you're right. You're not going to be next to me. You don't believe in my ideology. Man, fuck out of here with that stupid ass, dumb ass, fake hero, no foundation ass, no morals ass bullshit y'all talking. I mean, that's just crazy. That was crazy, you know? Oh, we got to wake everybody up so, we could rise and wake up and stop. Man, fuck that. Everybody's asleep. That's why I play that song at the beginning. Everybody, it's CIA mind control. It's sleep. Everybody's fucking in a lullaby. All right? And again, I already told y'all, I'm figuring out how to get to the global economy. Hey, y'all ain't destroying it fast enough. I'm going to take myself to the global economy. Fuck what y'all talking about. I'm just gonna. That's all. It is what it is. I'm gonna take my ass to the global economy. And people don't think it's real. People don't think it's not happening. Everything you see this fucking Muppet master doing is supporting the global economy, BRICS nations. All right. These motherfuckers taking their own people out. And we ain't seen shit yet. Because Netanyahu, like I told you earlier, he was put in to be taken out, and Israel is gonna be, beef with the West. I mean, beef with the United States. Wise told you that shit too. You know, yeah, Israel is being led around the world. They can't say. I'll talk to the Ethiopian brother today. All right, ask him how his country's going. We always talk about it. He says it's bad still. Who's in control over there? The UAE through the USA is fucking up and killing, destroying, blowing up. You already know what they destroyed over there in Ethiopia. All the old artifacts, all the old history to try to erase it. All right, why are they doing that? They cleansing and trying to erase their history and shit. We already know they did that to Syria. They did that to Libya, all these different places. When they said they were dropping bombs, blowing up this or that. Oh, we blew a church up by mistake. No, they were blowing up ancient history. They were blowing up ancient history. You know? Ancient history, ancient artifacts, all that stuff. You know? So, but yeah, so everything you see Trump doing, it's a move for that because these people are invested and they're going to take a back seat. Just like look at Great Britain. They still walk around kings and shit. Oh, look at me, I'm a king. Ooh, I'm a queen. We're like, oh, look, they got the power. Yeah, they still have the charters, right? They got the charter companies, okay, right? USA is still here. All right, Britain takes a back seat. They ain't got the power like they used to have. Spain, where's Spain? Where's Spain? Spain used to be the superpower of the whole entire fucking world. Where they go? All right, Germany, where they go? USSR was up and coming. Where they go? All right, I mean, this is just what's going to happen, you know. And the way they're doing this to the world is nobody wants to deal with the United States. Obviously, Israel, but this is just how they're playing it. They're just dissolving it, tearing it down, breaking it down, and them themselves are going to dissolve into the back where they're just going to, rock out and rake in millions and not millions, trillions. This is where all the trillionaires are going to come on board. These companies are going to be the Black Rocks, essentially all the Black Rocks and all these companies, and then all the people invested in those companies are going to become trillionaires. Elon Musk is going to be a multi-trillionaire. All these people, all these, you're going to see them. Well, we might not see them, but they're going to be, this is what they did. They've milked this shit dry over here, right? And they're going to go into the global economy. That's it. I told you, the realization, I'm telling you, there was a point where they were going in a different trajectory. You can see it, and that shit didn't go as planned. You say, oh, we're awakening. What happened? Where's all the people that are fighting? Shit, we didn't see them, guys. They stepped back. Remember Wise making a video? We talked about it. We had streams about it, about how the bully is running around picking on everybody, right? The bully is running around picking on, you know, Russia. Okay. Picking on Syria. Took out leaders over here. Did this. Take out this person, that person, right? Meanwhile, Iran's been a bully for how many years? And they go take it in 4 hours. Come on, it was never NEVER, like the never ending story on this stream. It was never a fucking threat. Okay? All you gotta do is people think I'm crazy, you know? When I tell them to go look up a fucking nuclear weapon, if they ever used one or had one, they never did, guys. Oh, yes, they did. Oh, Nagasaki, and Chernobyl, and all this other shit. Y'all know they've been playing with y'all with elements of the motherfucking Earth. Oh, they blew one up in there. It's radioactive. You go over there, you get sick. Yeah, you really think that's from a fucking bomb? You really think they have megaton bombs? But all that atom bomb, split the atom shit, the nuclear shit, and all that other shit, we already know. Bullshit. And why, if that was something that was pushed, why they eliminated all the channels that were showing that shit? Why they eliminate them all? There was actually channels dedicated to exposing the nuclear bomb hoax. Okay? And you already had people already reported back in Vietnam, and not Vietnam, the Nagasaki shit, that they dropped a bomb. Well, you better believe they got megaton bombs, okay? They mushroom cloud and all. All it is a bunch of goddamn TNT, the huge ass megaton bombs, and they blow up. They ain't nothing but a big ass firecracker. That's it. It's a big ass fucking firecracker. I remember there was one channel that used to demonstrate. He used to be over there in some country where you could have this kind of big ass fireworks, and he was demonstrating tsunamis, he was demonstrating earthquakes, and he was demonstrating bombs, all right, with this shit. He said all it is a giant explosive. That's it. That's all it is, a giant ass explosive. Ain't nothing else. Hold on. That's all it is, a giant explosive. You know, and he showed how it creates the earthquake, shakes the earth. Creates the earthquake, shakes the earth. You know? Put it in the water. And then you had that one naval channel. Y'all seen it. You had the naval channel. They put the motherfucking bomb. All right? They put the bomb in the ocean, blew that shit up, and that motherfucker created a damn tsunami. That was real. They detonated. It created a huge tsunami. All right, shook the shit out of the earth. I mean, this is what they do. So anyway, do your own research on it. If you believe in a nuclear bomb, nuclear wars, and all that, hey, you can believe it all you want. All right, that shit was the Wizard of Oz, if you ask me. Ain't nobody ever used it. They ain't use it. Now they got megaton bomb. That's a big ass tanker truck size of nitrate, citrate shit like they did in Libya. You know, they could set one of them shits off in a city, and we all gonna think it's a nuclear bomb, but all it was a very large explosive. That's it. It leveled every goddamn thing, shook the earth, everything. It'll level everything, but it's not a fucking nuclear bomb like we were told about in the movies. That ain't it. Anyways, do your own research, come to your own conclusions, whatever. So, yeah, anyways, Iran was never a threat, okay? You got all these Middle Eastern countries right now. Damn, I forgot where I was at. But anyways, I think I was talking about Ethiopia. Oh, yeah, I saw that. That was funny. North Korea said, bitch, we will fuck you. We could wipe you off the map. We could wipe you off the map in like a bug. Which, I mean, North Korea is Russia, South Korea is America. That's all that is. All right. That's a whole nother story. When you go looking at that shit, that's crazy what they did there. And South Korea and North Korea used to be a part of China. I mean, it is what they speak Chinese there, you know. But this world has been ravaged, man. The world has been ravaged by psychopaths, guys. You know, and I was talking to my other buddy, my Ethiopian friend about, what they did in his country. They got like 100 different languages in this country. He said they created a central language to try to erase and hide the history. Then he said, um, what did he say? They force it on them. So yeah, man, it's pretty crazy, you know. But like I said, Israel is going to be taken out. It just is. Not Israel itself, because I've met Israelis before, like literally people from Israel when I've been in Florida, because they always go vacation there. Matter of fact, when do they go vacation? I think they go on vacation this month. No, April. April they go vacation. And man, they party hard. They party. I'm like, damn, I thought that was like holier than thou. They party. When I tell you they party hard, they party hard. They have fun. They're cool. They're cool people, but they tell you straight up and say, don't believe that on the news. So we already know there's a Zionist regime that has mixed themselves in with Jewish people, right? Because the Jewish people that live in Israel will tell you, you got a Christian church right here, a Muslim church right here. We got our synagogue right here. I mean, we all live amongst each other. There's no problem. I go to New York City, it ain't nothing but Muslims and Jews together in the Jewish area. Like it's like synonymous, So it's like, what the hell, We've been lied to on so many levels. It's not even funny. We've been told to hate Muslims. Why? They wanted us. They wanted America. My father was Muslim. I was named after my Muslim. All right. My father was Muslim. My mom used to tell me he used to whisper Quran shit in my ears when I was a newborn, fresh out the baby, like whispering verses from the Quran in my ear. Which, hey, you never know, might have stuck with me all the time. That's why I have a moral foundation and principles that I always had them. Like, I don't give a damn whatever happened in my life. I had certain shit that I just wasn't going to do, you know? And that comes from a moral foundation. Anybody knows Islam, that's a seriously moral foundation. It's not like Christianity, it's not like that. So anyways, they told us to hate Muslims because why? Because of that foundation. You ain't gonna control them mother. Look over them countries and see if they're easy to control. They ain't easy to they ain't going through all this war and all the other shit for so many years because they just some uncivilized people. No, they have a moral foundation. They understand, bitch, we ain't turning the other cheek like fucking Jesus. We ain't doing none of that shit that y'all push over there. We not going to fucking heaven. We not doing all that shit. They want to make us believe they go blow themselves up and do all this other shit. Man, that's some fairy tale ass movie shit that they want you to believe because they don't want you to understand their foundation is so strong. That's why they can't. They don't. What if they could just kill them? They can't take over shit. What they taking over? They ain't about to do what they did over here. They came over here and our ancestors was too damn nice. Loving earth, loving fucking people. Over there, that shit, they've been fighting for eternity. It's because their moral foundation. They gonna stand on business. That's it. They ain't nothing to talk about. Bitch, you're gonna have to kill me. What are you talking about? It's not even a second thought for them. Like, bitch, you're gonna have to kill me. You're not about to come do any of the shit you talking. You're not about to be doing that. That's how it just is what it is. You talk to an Arab about their shit, their foundation. That's it. That shit comes before anything. You see what they do? They stop, drop, and pray any fucking where. You know, they ain't on that. That shit is straight like that. You know. So, anyways, and we happen to be in Ramadan. I think Ramadan is almost over, but they have us when Ramadan over. They going for fucking Cuba, guys. So get ready. They gonna come on TV. Yeah, we freed and liberated Cuba, and then you're gonna see all the dancing Cubans and all the fucking Trump supporters are gonna be Cuba scholars now. They're gonna be like, look, they're free. Yeah, you fucking libtard. You fucking you know all this other stupid shit they talk right. That's what they're gonna say. Not realizing the people they hate over there is those people over there that they're fucking cheering for, that they're looking on the news that are cheering. It's the fucking liberals that are over in these countries with the same ideology that you see cheering and protesting. Yeah, Iran, Cuba's free, Venezuela's free, Iran's free. Yeah, yeah. Look closer, motherfucker. Y'all better look closer. Them the people y'all hate over here. Fuck you mean? It's the same people with the same ideology over here. You claim you hate, but you act like them. Are the same people that you see cheering and telling me they're cheering and they're fucking free. And then got the nerve to tell me, yeah, an Iranian, they killed 35,000 protesters. Well, who the fuck you think is protesting? If that shit's true, I know it ain't true, but I'm just saying. Who the fuck's protesting? People who believe in the goddamn, I mean, think about it, man. Fuck is y'all talking about? They killed the president. Well, they took out the leader of Iran who did not support LGBT. You will be killed for LGBT. Okay? So that's what y'all want the motherfuckers killed over here. This is the shit that blows my mind about these fucking Trumpaholics, right? I call them the left rights. The left rights are batshit insane. You know? What's good, Moab? They're batshit insane. Okay? Them motherfuckers are batshit insane. Okay? They are insane. Because they hate LGBT. They hate liberals, right? They can't stand it. You already know what they don't like LGBT. They go crazy over that shit. But yet are cheering for the shit in other countries. Like, yeah, they're free. I'm like, yeah, they're like, oh yeah. I'm like, how they free? Yeah, they're free. Shut up. This isn't Palestine. You know, these motherfuckers, man. When I tell you these people is fucking crazy. These people are crazy. I joined some I got so many messages I can't even answer them all because I literally dropped a post. That shit got like 560 comments on it. And it's all, I mean, you would think it's all bots, but no, this is a cult, man. This is the biggest cult here. And it was so ironic that convoy picture popped up in my on my thing. I opened up, it was like comment, oh damn, it's been 4 years, and I sat and watched the video, and I was like, damn, man. I was looking, I'm like, wait a minute. No, it was like maybe 1 or 2 Trump signs, and it was like they were like, we support Trump. And that was what we all understood. Like, a person could support a president. They're not going to be called a fucking crazy. They're not going to be attacked, you know, all this other stupid shit, right? But all the other flags, it was all American flags. It was truckers, American flags. We the people, the Constitution, we the people. They're fighting, right? You remember the convoy was all about? It was about patriotism, man, about fighting for the country, right? The economy, the truckers, you know, they had the COVID shit, the lockdown, all that shit, man. Like, people came together, all different kinds of people came together for one mission. You know, it was a beautiful thing. And to see, like, dang, I'm like, man, I don't see the rhetoric of the Trump people. I don't see it. A lot of it because them people won't even come out to some shit like that. These psychopath, you know, overstimulated Trump supporters, they wouldn't come out now. They too lazy. See, if y'all know these crazy people, most of them are fat, lazy, just trash, white trash garbage. I mean, I'm not racist, nothing, but these people are truly white fucking trash. These people are the ones that are really racist, that believe that, you know, Trump, that's why they like Israel, because they see Israel likes to kill fucking brown people. So they're just plugging in all they're plugging and plucking in all the fucking the little racist shit, right? And I told you, because they gotta eliminate that shit out of society. That's what they're gonna do. Okay? I told y'all earlier, you got a new economy coming on. You can't have this kind of shit around. You need 80% of people, fucking with you. You could have a little bit of people that are like, nah, I really don't trust it, that whatever, whatever. But you need at least 80%. You're not about to go in like this shit. Nobody really even. It looks like a lot of people support Trump, but actually don't. Okay? Really don't. But the Trump supporters that are still hanging on think the world loves him, but don't realize the rest of the world is like, bitch, we ain't about to ever deal with y'all motherfuckers again. We don't even want y'all coming in our country. And they're deliberately doing that because they don't want you out of here, man. I told you they're closing the fucking... We've been talking about the wall. We were like, oh, they're going to build a wall to keep us in, kind of like that low mentality, like not really thinking about it. No, they're about to isolate us the fuck in by making us look bad to the rest of the fucking world. Fuck what y'all talking about. That's what the digital ID is for. Digital identification identifies everything you got digitally that they can look at to make sure your ass ain't no fucking threat. This is the Patriot Act on steroids. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not reading the comments. So this is the Patriot Act on steroids. They don't want you to leave. They're setting us up. I told y'all. I look at outside news to see what the fuck they talking about us. And it's bad. I can't... You guys think I'd be just up here talking. It's bad how they think about America right now. It's super... The United States. It's super fucked up. The Super Bowl shit. I mean, it's been so... Everything you're seeing is to make you look bad. They don't need you leaving this place because they're heavily invested in surveillance, incarceration, mental fucking health, and medications for your ass. Okay? Along with all this other shit. They are heavily invested in that. And what you think they selling over there? What do you think they gonna do over there? Oh, well, when America collapsed, guess what you get to buy back into to help reconstruct this bitch? Oh, yeah. So you think, oh, all right, you got some Russians. Russians got a lot of rich billionaires in Russia. All right? Well, they got rich off the United States. You got rich Chinese folks. Billionaire Chinese folks. What you think they're gonna invest in? They're gonna look at it like, oh, we'll invest in those companies. We're not gonna fuck with the United States, but it's gone now. But we'll invest in building that shit back up. That's our humanity. And we got sympathy. We're not like their ex-leaders. We got sympathy. We want to help the people that are starving in the street, killing each other. Just all out fucking mayhem. I hate to look at it like that, but that's what these people are doing, man. You better look at... I told you. Go look how to invest in the BRICS and see who the head honchos are that's going to sell you this shit as the decline starts to come. They're going to try to sell it to you. They already locked it down, so you got to go through them to buy into it. You're going to hear so much about the BRICS. You're like, damn, that motherfucker, yeah, right, was right a long time ago. He was like, yo, he was right, man. What the fuck? Yeah, they now telling you, man. Literally, Iran, that's directly a BRICS nation. Mexico, that shit is, they're talking to become members of the BRICS, right? All this shit, man. Africa, South Africa, all the whole fucking Middle East, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, all those are strategic points, special points for BRICS nation. Remember, the BRICS is an economy. It's not the country. It's the economy. That's what people don't understand. It's an economy, not a country. That's why they're like, oh, well, they just took out a BRIC. They just attacked a BRICS nation, right? Iran. Oh, China's going to step in and step up. Y'all don't understand how this shit works. It's geopolitics, man. It don't work like that. It's business. Them motherfuckers are invested in them through commodities, through infrastructure, through monetary thing, but not militarily. Militarily, they know, look, that ain't our interest, and they don't going in with these countries. Look, I mean, wait, it will help you in other ways, but we're not doing anything militarily because that jeopardizes everything. So they don't do that. Russia the same way. Why do you think the Ukraine shit is the way it is? It just nobody even knows what the fuck that you going on in Ukraine. I mean, it's nobody knows what the fuck's going on. You know, it's crazy, man. So yeah, man. Let's see what's going on with these Democrats. Another brick. Oh, oh, what's good, Aussie girl? Shout out to you. I just saying something about Australia. And then I've created my own Prifson. Prifson? I don't know what that is. Come on, cuz we on. Can we have a stream without those people, man? Like, God, like this. Ah, ah, ah. Come on, just please. No, I gotta have a disclaimer on here. Don't we're not gonna talk about them. You know, we're bringing that fucked up energy around. I don't even. This shit makes my skin crawl. You know. But yeah, um, yeah, man, this is what's wild, man. It truly is. It truly is wild, guys. This place, man. This society. You know. Mexican righteous. Oh, what's good, Mexican righteous? It's been a minute. Good to see you. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see everybody. You know, shout out to everybody. But yeah. So I mean, trying to tell people this is coming is hard. But I mean, they're doing it right in your face. But with this Trump fucking cult, I mean, it's so bad right now. It's just worse. And the more they propagate this motherfucker, the more worse it gets. But I'm glad because when they take out Israel, I think Trump has to go with it. I mean, I look at the rhetoric because they're going to tie in Epstein files, Israel, some of the Britain, Europe, and shit, and then it's got to be who the players in the United States. It's got to be Donnie, and when Donnie goes down, his whole cult following goes down with him. You know, I don't see him as being a part of some kind of savior because nobody likes him. It looks like people like him, but no one likes him. The world don't like him. They wouldn't do that. That's a fucking conflict of interest. Nobody's gonna be fucking with any. Nobody's gonna be fucking with no damn Donnie boy. You know, even though they play a role, we know it's a shit show. They really kill people. They really do shit, and they really destroyed countries, and that not gonna fly. So that's the way I look at it. So when they take these two people out, you know, and then have them on trial of world war crimes or whatever when the United States is finished and they got to go for war crimes, all right? You know, I'm just saying. I mean, this is what they setting up. We already know Netanyahu's and all this stuff, but will it be? The only thing I'm looking at is okay. Will it be? They say Trump has a fucking epiphany or Israel tries to kill Trump or some stupid shit. You already know he's got a fake assassination coming too. So something is something, you know. But when that shit pops off, guys, just know this place is done, man. You know, I was talking, the Ethiopian guy, he said the same thing. He said, man, this people don't know, but this is a sinking ship. Everybody think everything's fine, dandy. and don't realize, man, it's over. Like, I can't say it enough. O, the V, the ER, 4 letters. It's over. You know. And the only reason why I say that, I tell you, I want to beat it in your fucking head, y'all head, to prepare for that shit. Whatever you got to do, prepare for that shit. And I ain't talking about like stock up food and shit. You should have been. That's norm. That's shit you already know. All right. I'm talking about mentally, strategically, knowing. Most people don't know what's around them, man. You succumb to your old fucking neighbors. You succumb to the people in your fucking house when shit hit the fan and they lose their shit. Like, bro, like, yo, you don't understand the danger you're in around your own people. Remember, just like I got the never-ending story anonymously up here, right? The nothing. We're walking around with people that have nothing. I don't give a damn if they got 10 houses, they make $50 million a year. We're walking amongst people that got absolutely nothing, meaning they're empty, they're soulless, they have no empathy, they have no morals, no principles, no nothing, just zero. We're walking around with people like that, okay? And when they world gets cut the fuck off, because that's where all their stuff is at. All their empathy is in the world. All their satisfaction is in the world. All their love is in the world. Once that shit is taken, look out. I understand why they're going to have a surveillance state. I understand why they're going to have fucking mass fucking detention centers. I get it. I'm not dumb to that. That's why I tell you, we got to prepare mentally for this shit and understand enough to see the shit. We gotta see it. You know? We gotta see it. And what I mean by see it is the people that are around you, you gotta know, like, yo, once they pull the plug on that, them people are your enemy in an instant, because we already seen it through truth or communities. We already seen it through politics. We've seen it through families just waking up to shit and then you fall out with somebody. When you know that, when you know these things, what the fuck you think gonna happen in your neighborhoods? They have stripped, as I told you, we living in the nothing. They've stripped all the morals, all the everything. People ain't really got shit to live for, you know? Even though they don't know it, they ain't even living for shit. Look at society, man. You know when a motherfucker ain't living for nothing, when they have instant rage, when you see people killing people on the streets. People got nothing because everything has been taken out of them and stuck outside of them. They stuck themselves on social media, okay? They live this social media persona, taking photos and look at me and look at me, look at me, look at how I'm smiling, look at how happy I am in this thing. See, they removed all this deliberately out of people because this makes it easier for them to control. That's why the political shit is the way it is. That's why you got psychotic cult Trump fucking supporters, because they stripped all the fucking freedoms out, ripped everything away, poked at everything with Biden, and then they slipped a puppet in there and didn't give them anything and kept taking even more. That's what they did. They're taking more. All right? They're taking more now than they ever did. And these motherfuckers think they're doing the best job. I mean, come on, man. Like, seriously, man, this shit is crazy. It's fucking mind-blowing to see this, man. So they've taken everything out of everybody. That's why when you walk around, you look at people, they look lost. They're in their phone. They got no mannerism. Like, they just got no ability to deal with interactions and shit. You get dry interactions. You get a lot of that shit. I mean, I attract good energy, so, but I'm around so many different people that I do see that all the time. And plus, I'm observant, so I watch other people dry, just know nothing, talk to each other. I'm like, look at these people are having a conversation that they're not even talking to each other, because I'm an observer. I will live. I'll be in a restaurant, or I'll be sitting down somewhere, and my ear is always listening, and I'll hear people talking or not. I've literally sat. We've sat. This happened last week. We sat, and there were two people that sat at table, and they didn't fucking talk to each other the entire time. I'm like, yo, they didn't say a word yet. I'm like, yo, they didn't even talk to each other yet. I didn't say one fucking word. They were sitting right next to us. I wanted to say, hey, how you guys doing over here? You guys, how's everything going, man? Like, I really wanted to do that, but I already know I'm dealing with artificial intelligence, man. You know, I already know I'm dealing with artificial intelligence. So, when I'm out, I'll listen and I'll hear people talking to each other. They'll be having a full, passionate, all-out conversation. I'll realize, like, yo, they not even, neither one of them recognize anything each other fucking said. Like, yo, like, this shit is crazy. Sometimes I think I'm going crazy. I'm like, yo, I'll be listening to conversation, and I'll literally watch them both talk about themselves and not even acknowledge what each other fucking said, man. It's fucking mind-blowing, man. I'm like, yo, like, what kind of conversation was that shit? I'm like, yo, I'm going fucking crazy, man. I'm like, yo, I'm going crazy. Because I literally listened to a conversation with two people, and them motherfuckers they didn't even, though they were talking and interacting, they didn't even say anything to each other. And y'all know what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Because you ever talk to somebody, and you're just talking to them, and you're like, yeah, and then when it's their turn to talk, they didn't acknowledge shit you said. They don't respond to nothing you said. They didn't react off anything you said. Their comeback response in the conversation is something fucking all the way different. And if it's on topic, it ain't nothing what you said. It's something that they have on them that they put on top of your fucking conversation. You're like, damn, wait a minute. I literally just told you this, and now you on this. I'm like, oh shit, this. All right, okay, yeah, okay. And I'm like, wow. Then again, it goes to, they have stripped. Um, they have stripped. Come on, y'all. Can y'all stop, man? Y'all just, come on. Just stop. If y'all got beef, keep it outside, man. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all got a lot of work to do on your own selves, man. Like, if I'm on somebody's page and I'm beef with somebody, I see them there, I'm not about to disrupt the room. Take it outside. I'll wait. I mean, come on, man. It just doesn't even make sense, man. I told you, this internet shit is just, it ain't real. It ain't real life. Why y'all take this shit so real? When a bitch pull up, that's when it get real, and then you deal with it. If ain't nobody pulling up, who the fuck's worried about anything? And I get it. I mean, but come on, man. It's the internet. It's not real. All right? I'm literally everything I'm saying is pertaining to the internet. It ain't fucking real life. People think it's real life. We're literally taking our fucking fingers, pushing a fucking lit black fucking mirror, right? And think we talking to a motherfucker. Like, legit, that's not communication. Humans don't communicate like that. We are broken down by even communicating in person in a LAN gauge, right? LAN gauge, LAN gauge. Go look up those two words. That's how we communicate. And that's even a broke down form of human communication. You don't see animals talking to each other. We once had that ability where and you can actually connect on a person where you can telepathically speak to each other. But what I'm saying is, we think this shit is real. We take our finger, type on a lit fucking screen that we need to charge to even get on the bitch, that we need to pay subscriptions for, right? Or not, all right? And get on somebody else's service, accept terms and agreements, right? and think we talking to a motherfucker. What with like real, I mean, we are communicating in a form, but we're not actually talking to somebody because if any of us was together, none of this shit would ever even be going down. The world would be kumbaya fucking ah because when you're in person, you don't have those feelings because you have a person in front of you and you'll feel energy. So therefore, when you're talking to somebody, it's not going to go that way because there's forms of communication. There's direct body, you heart to heart, right? Because when two people are facing each other, their heart and your heart is on this in front of each other. So you communicate. Then you have eyes, right? We have mouths, faces, facial expressions, all that shit. We have vocal tones, all that stuff. We ain't got that shit with our fucking finger. All that shit is eliminated. And again, it goes to the nothing. We are living in the nothing. Everything's taken from us. That's why we're so easy to control, so easy to manipulate. When they strip creativity, right, morals from you, they can control us like it's no fucking problem. You could be manipulated by anybody, you know? That's what they do, you know? We not communicate. I mean, it just is what it is. So, in real life, none of this shit will be going down. Because what will happen is two people arguing, they'll either fight, duke it out. Boom, get up, might probably be best friends afterwards. That's how life used to work. One of my best friends, we fought. Simple. He was a bully, we fought, became best friends. You know, that's how a lot of people became friends. You fought with them. You know, that was how you do. It's just that's like nature shit. You test each other's, you know, flex on each other, and then you square up, and then y'all get to understand and get close and touchy feely and fight, punch, kick, wrestle, grope, and then get up from it. And you guys are more close afterwards. It's a weird way of bonding, but a lot of people bonded by fighting. You got up close and personal, hurt and all, you know. So you know, if you're right, hit me up. I'm real. Yeah, you're real. I know you're a real person. Of course you're real, guts. Everybody know you're gut. Like out of Moab, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know any. You know, there's people I know on here, people I don't. So, but it's what it is. So yeah, man. You know, back to the. I kind of wanted to go deep with the nothing. You know, on how they've manipulated us, how they stripped everybody, and I was kind of going into it with the social media. You know, they created this social media which took our social ability out of us, and we don't socialize. You could be in a room and be somewhere waiting, and it's quiet. Give it that. It's quiet in a lot of places that used to be noisy. It's now quiet and calm because of the device. Everybody got their head in their device, you know. But those were times that people used to actually meet, link up, get connections. Like, you know, you might be in a DMV and you guys are in there getting the car registered, and he might have been a construction worker. You might have fixed cabinets, and then you guys are talking and like, oh, you fixed cabinets? Oh, God, I've been, well, need it. And then you got a connection. You know, now what do? We go online, we surf, we get a fucking look for a guy. You know, he comes and he's a piece of shit. You know, and then you got to find another one and another. We just lost a lot of our abilities through social media, through this technology, you know. But it's also has connected us. So there's good and bad with the thing, but on the deeper side of it, it has pulled our natural ability of being human and having emotions, having imagination, right? Imagination, creativity, empathy, you know, morals, feelings. It took a lot of feelings away too. Now, you might see somebody, people get killed. Boom. It used to be like a devastating thing. Now it's like people don't care. People they people now. I see funeral videos of motherfuckers having, and I get it. I do get it. It should be a celebration, but we weren't taught. We weren't taught the shit they doing. Them motherfuckers throwing parties and shit, drinking and like having a party, shaking their asses at a fucking funeral. Like what the fuck? Or there'll be a funeral and then a shooting at the funeral, and then they need another fucking funeral. Like they literally, I mean, this shit is bad, man. That's why it gotta be, this shit has to be true. I've said this years ago. I said, we need to go to a place to where it's in our DNA where we can't ever go back. Where we pass that shit on, like our ancestors passed on shit to us. We need to go there, you know. And how do you bring a place like this with this terrible ass, morality, right? They want you to think the whole world is fucked up and they're worse. No, U.S. citizens are some fucked up human beings, man. Hands down, some fucked up human beings. Like just all out. It's bad, man. It's really bad. People don't want to face that. I face that shit. We're fucked up people. That's why I changed my life a long time ago, and I ain't never want to be like that. I never wanted to be like, that's why I help people. Like, I try to help people. I try to give. I try to, do the right thing, man, as I'm supposed to. You know, hold the doors, clean up, take my 6 foot radius with me everywhere I go. I try to. I feel guilty if I don't. So it's crazy. So you got, it's a lot of, oh man, it's a lot of craziness. But again, it was all stripped, and that's why they could take a, we try to, we said, oh, the pro. But when you get down to the programming and how they've done it, a lot of it was simply taking everything out of them. You know, people actually go to their device and ask that shit for advice. They go to the device to ask for advice. You know, you got people fucking creating AI girlfriends and boyfriends and shit and actually talking to the motherfuckers, man. Falling in love with AI boyfriends and fucking girlfriends, man. This shit is, guys, man, it's bad. It's really bad, man. We can't sugarcoat this shit no more. A lot of people don't like to hear, but we can't sugarcoat it. You know, you just can't. You could be quiet. Like me, I don't do as much offline talking to people as I used to. Like I was talking to my brother Makai about the same thing. Like everybody don't deserve what I know. They don't deserve it. If I don't see it, if it don't present itself to me, if the light don't come to me to reflect back to it, I'm good. Ain't no sense of shining a light on dark motherfuckers no more. Fuck that window closed. You know? It's sad, It's sad, but you deplete your energy by giving it to the darkness. Because they got entities in here that'll suck that shit up and keep coming back around and keep sucking that shit up, keep sucking it up. You know? That's like energy vampire shit. You get in the light, shit, they be done come around and then snaked your ass, Because that's that entity, you know? That's the spiritual side of it all. And when you get to the spiritual side of it all, what did they take out of us? Or they put you on social media. You don't think that's a part of your image, right? That's your image nation, right? Imagination. They took your imagination, put it on there. You know, I play with the AI shit, but I'm super creative with it. And I use my imagination with the shit. I don't let it take my imagination. I give it all the ideas. Oh, yeah, right, you're building the fucking AI. Man, shut your dumb ass up. No, you the AI, man. Fuck wrong with you? You the AI. No? Better understand what the fuck they doing. Look around you. There's AI everywhere. These motherfuckers are all over the place. You worried about a goddamn fucking computer shit that man put together that told you it's some sentient fucking being and all that other stupid thing. Get the fuck out of here with that stupid shit. All right. Do I believe at some point? Yeah, you know, you go down them little dark roads, you know. I do believe that these motherfuckers know some shit, okay? And they know a lot about programming and have figured out how to fucking program a fucking human being to the T. So can they upload a consciousness and all the other shit? I don't know. I mean, I'm leaning more towards yeah than no, but I don't fucking know, you know? They got that shit. That might be what the hell they talking about. You go to hell, bitch. Your hell is you can't go back to your source. You get caught up in their shit. Now, when you get into the elements of how death is the moon, right? You die, you go to the light that walk, boom, to the moon. And after the moon that's when that real bright light gets in. That gets shot over to the white light, which is the sun, right? And then from the sun, boom, you get hit back down to be born again. That's the Trinity Triangle. You know, that's the 3, 6, and the 9. You know, so go straight up to the 3. Boom. You get shot over to the 3, which equals 6. Boom. And then you hit the bottom. Back to the earth, which is 6. Right? Which is 9. See, the 12 is what? 3. Boom. You get shot over to the sun, which is at 3 o'clock. All right, you can consider that the horizon, right? That's why they say it rising horizon means rise, right? But that's just when the sun is at the horizon. It goes to 2 horizon. So you got 3 again. So you got 3 and 3. That's 6. You want to use math, right? So that's a 3 already. You got 12. That equals 3. And then you got the 3 to the side, right? Which is 6. And then you got the bottom, which is 6. So from 3, you go to 6, you get the 9. You come back to Earth. We already know the Earth is divine 9. So you're born again. And then you come back out 9 months. So, and then you're back born in this or a different dimension. I don't fucking know, but you're born again. Or you coming back as a doorknob or some stupid shit, a fucking doormat. Who knows? I don't know. I don't believe there's some people that actually believe you could be born again as a fucking as an item and shit. I get an animal or a bug or some shit, but these motherfuckers believe that you can come back as like a stop sign or some shit. Like, come on, man, y'all. That's reaching, you know. Come back. Oh man, your karma is you come back as a fucking speed bump or some stupid shit. Come on, no, that don't work like that. Somebody literally told me that I believe in reincarnation, and you could be reincarnated into anything. I'm like, what do you mean? Like fucking an hour later, they're like, yes, anything. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, here we go with this dumb shit. But no, come back to the earth, past lives, all that shit, absolutely 100%. You know. Oh God. I think you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to ban the fucking key. I'm gonna have to ban the G word. Cause I hate seeing that. That's fucking that's like the Trump. That's like the fucking Trump supporters, man. What? That's like the Trump supporters, man. It's like a syndrome, you know. That's like a damn syndrome. So, but anyways, yeah, man. But I mean, all in all, I mean, I could say there are good people. There are more good people than bad people. There's just so many fucked up people around. All right, but there is a lot of good people. So I don't want to make it sound all fucked up. There's a lot of good people. And when shit hit the fan, those good people come out. And I do see a lot of good people because the energy that I'm in, I'm gonna be attracted and drawn to that type of shit. You know? So I do see a lot more good people than I do bad. But when I'm on the internet, I see these crazy motherfuckers, right? And I know they're all around me because I can see their actions outside and know who fucking believes that same rhetoric. I can see a person 1 minute, I look at him like, oh shit, he got the fucking Trump walk, you know? He got the motherfucking Trump walk. Like, yeah, the Trump's big shit. He look at me like I'm a fucking nigger. That's how he looked at me, like, you fucking nigger. Trump's the president. You know, that's how he look at me. So, but yeah, man. Again, my stance is still my stance. I'm just coming on here to tell you about what the fuck's going on in simple, stupid terms. Y'all could believe it or not. You know, y'all be around these motherfuckers. This is what we dealing with. You know, the flock, the AI sheep flock. These people are gone. You know what I mean? Gone. They're nothing. Like literally, the whole shit is fucking dissolving and collapsing. And these people are going to be left to their empty shell, and they gonna off themselves, man. You know. Now on the flip side of all this, I'm gonna go on a positive note before I get off. On the flip side of this is a beautiful time to be alive because you get to see the end game of this great shithole that they put us in, that we got accustomed to, that we got comfortable in, that we could say, you know what, we did good here, you know. And that's what I can say. Yeah, I did good here. You know, I did good. I enjoyed it. I could find enjoyment. I'm about to find, I find enjoyment right now in the shithole. All the shit going on, I live really good and a happy, fucking fun life. You know, I'm blessed. I got beautiful kids. All right. The ones I have, have the ability to see, you know, we get compliments every fucking day, you know, on how we do things, you know, and that's how I'm old. I raised them like old school. Together, we ride out together. I like how the rest of the world basically is, except for fucking United States citizens, where they put their fucking moms and dads in nursing homes and they, you know, they shit on each other. They don't care nothing about them fucking selves. All right, you know, they don't like these motherfuckers that don't like the governor of New York, the fucking Rocky Dennis, Kathy Hochul, mask face, you know, fucking creature, right? They don't like her, but then they like that she had passed a fucking assisted death fucking bill. Like, you know, this society is gone when people say assisted death is good. Like, what the fuck? But again, these people take synthetic medications. You know, they believe in all this fucking bullshit system. All right, and they swear and die by it. You know, yeah. I mean, these fucking creatures. I don't teach my. We don't rock like that. You know, we don't rock like that. So that's how I teach them. You ride out. You know, especially in these times, you're supposed to be close with your family. That is on your understanding. You know, we already know it's family members that ain't on our understanding that, you know, you got to stay the far the fuck away from them, you know, because they're going to bring you the fuck down. You know, they're going to take you in their realm. No, I'm not talking about that, you know, so, but yeah, like again, I'm focused on, look, this is over. What we do now, okay, I've already been mentally prepared for a long fucking time. Nobody's going to be fully prepared, but I wouldn't give a fuck. Whatever happened, I'm going to figure it out. Okay, I'm gonna figure it out, and that's it. The universe gonna protect me, and I'm gonna keep it. You know, we'll figure it out. Starving ain't gonna happen. I ain't worried about starving. Everything I can see around me is was good. All right. I already know how to survive with everything. I look outside. You know, I'm blessed to have a wife that fucking showed me there's more food outside than in a fucking grocery store. So what I ain't gotta hoard no fucking food. I don't give a shit. I already know I can get everything outside. And I already eat like that anyway, so I don't care. You know, I can go all day and have one meal. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That preparedness was mental. I told y'all, mental preparedness is all above all else because if you worried about food, you taking away from your ability, your other abilities. All right, you ain't worried about no fucking food. You know, if you don't know what to eat, yeah, you gonna be worried about food. No, that's why I meant mental preparedness. Be prepared mentally. You know, so it is what it is, man. Shit, I mean, I was already prepared my whole life for whatever. You know. I know how to survive. Shit. I grew up in the hood. Shit. I know how to get whatever I need to get. Scour, scavenge. Doesn't fucking matter. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna find it. You know. So if it ever gets to that point, you know. But again, mental prepared to be able to see disaster. Y'all already know I done been to mad. I done been to mad disasters, even disasters that y'all ain't never seen. I done been through all kind of fucking disasters, seen some fucked up shit, floods, ice storms, fucking hurricanes, snowstorms, protests, fucking civil unrest like a motherfucker, you know, all kinds of shit. I done seen it all. So I'm not gonna be shocked when I see shit like that. I'm not one of the people that like, I don't like to be around crowds of people, bitch. I'll be around crowds of people because I know how to react and maneuver when I'm around crowds of motherfucking people. When shit hit the fan, I ain't gonna be around the crowds of people because I already been practicing and shit in real time, real life already. You know, I'm not scared of fucking human beings and shit. I'm not scared of going over here, going over there, going over there. All I know is my mental got to be prepared now to know and understand what I need to be looking for and looking at in times of desolation and desperation. I need to know. I need to know if I got Bonnie on one side, Clyde on the other, and Hack Jack and the boomstick on the up behind me. It don't matter, you know. I mean, what I do got, I ain't gonna lie. What I do got to brush up on is, you know, marksmanship. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. I'm talking about all out, like you know, marksmanship. I follow some channels that them motherfuckers, they way more advanced than I am. Shit, but you know, that's the defense mode. And I know I could. I mean, pretty much, you know, like when I was younger, I learned like some, you know, taekwondo and shit. And I was really good at it. And it was I realized when I was learning self defense and shit like that, it was already kind of like we already have it. We just gotta understand to pull it out. So I feel like when them times come, I'm gonna understand how to, you know, maneuver with, you know, with a fucking with whatever fucking tool I got in my hand. I know how to use a knife extremely well. I practiced that shit for years. I could have 5 knives on me, and I really know how to use a knife really well. You know, um, that's one thing that I did train on really hard with is with a knife. You know, fuck, they sitting there with their lights on, like, kind of. I'm telling you, man, they be having some new technology on some of these cars. I think they be looking through the fucking car or something, like with X-ray vision or something. But anyways, um, you know, like I said, mentally fit. You know, mentally fit for anything. Somebody walk up to you, shit, you better know, okay, this ain't good. You gotta go automatically on elimination mode, you know, or get out of Dodge or whatever you gotta do, you know. I know if anything close combat and I got a knife, shit, I'm good. It's a wrap for who, you know, it's a wrap. I've learned, you know, knife defense is a lot. Having a knife in close contact is better than having a pistol in close contact. If you know how to use the knife correctly, you'll do way more damage with a knife than a gun. The gun, they can get a hold of the gun. You got a knife, they ain't grabbing no fucking knife unless you let them grab a knife. But you know how to use a knife, they ain't grabbing it. See, a gun, that bitch can jam. You can run out of bullets. You might not be able to reach that bitch in close contact. But if you got a knife, shit, you motherfucker be like a fucking sardine. You know? One of the best weapons to have is a knife. Multiple knives. You know, and I used to carry a lot more knives. I had a knife everywhere I went. Yeah, there was always 3 or 4 in reach, you know? So, but yeah, man, I think I've been on here for a good amount of time, but I'm about to get ready to plug away and get up off here, man. So, yeah, shout out to everybody who watched this stream and appreciate y'all as always. Let me see what kind of outro am I gonna do. Let's see what kind of outro I can hit it with. I'm gonna hit it with the outro. I appreciate everybody. I can't scroll back in all the comments right now, but shout out to everybody who tuned in, everybody who tunes in later. You know, the only reason why I tune in is because of y'all. You know, it is what it is. I know nobody's coming here and reaching shit. I just try to look, man, if you could take any kind of advice, I was just gonna flap my gums and, you know, hopefully one of y'all see the shit or is already seeing it and can relate to it. But go ahead and put my thumbnail up there. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna end it with this one. So much love to y'all, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. And I'm out.
United States truth. This is the hardcore truth that most people don't want to fathom. Sit back, strap on your seatbelts. Whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. The truth will always stand without beliefs. The truth will always be the truth.
It's time to wake up and understand the plan. These plans were made by the invisible man. Not physically invisible, but visibly visible. I'm speaking with parables. Look in the mirror, look back at you. Listen to spirit cause it hears you. The United States of America, what is it? What has it become? Is it time to run? Don't worry, your body's gonna pull out a gun. The times are done, the lies they won. It's a hardcore truth that most people want none. They don't wanna hear the truth, they wanna mask it and hide it away. Keep the dreams and lies at play. They don't care because you can see it everywhere. Uncontrolled by no man, but at the same time controlled by no man that came and conquered those lands. 1400 or so they came. Took on my people and gave them the name. Stripped them and programmed them like a game. Erased their history. Why did they have to be so lame? They conquered in the name, took boats and ships all the way from Spain. It's time to wake up and understand the plan. These plans were made by the invisible man. Not physically invisible, but visibly visible. I'm speaking with parables. Look in the mirror and look back at you. Listen to spirit cause it hears you. Have they ever lost control or was it an illusion? Total confusion, pushed out the minds in the Aztecs, steady colonizing and moving, erasing the proofing. Moved up north, fighting, regrouping, taking over lands, chopping off hands, enslaving. Man, when you think about it, damn, it makes you mad. It turns around, flips back in your mind, and makes you sad. The United States, what is it? What was its purpose?
Now we are in the end, and I'm somewhat nervous. Now this ain't no cap, but to me this place needs to collapse. It's always on my mind now, and for quite a long time. Faces on a dime, they destroyed everything by design. Planned demolition without landmines, but they say I'm way out of line. We're in line like before, detonation like C4. Who knows what's in store? Bring the bad, with off you with a dirty sword. Sip some more, sycamore, blood sport, red wine. Elevate your mind divine, these people are wicked, dirty swine. It's time to wake up and understand the plan. These plans were made by the invisible man. Not physically invisible, but visibly visible. I'm speaking with parables. Look in the mirror, look back at you. Listen to spirit cause it hears you. Read between the lines, the truth they hide. The United States will divide. Wash away in the sand by dirty, greedy hands. Hands of man, what don't you understand? No, they're not building the wall. The corporation will fall. The truth's too tall. No peace to all. Humanity devolved. Problem solved. They have planned attacks. Without a doubt, that's a fact. Wars like a pack. They move like that. The game they play the wicked way. Truth's dismayed. Don't wish you stayed. The United States decayed. The elites regroup and then the recoup is made. The United States is over. It's time to think about your plans. Prepare and make do with what's happening and what's to come. We all must look at the writing on the wall. Don't never live in fear. Just prepare yourself for what's coming. Much love, everyone.
Yeah, write the matrix out.